Garrett, what was the first practice like today, just having new coaches and everybody down?
All right, questions for Garrett?
I mean, try to treat it as business as usual. We can, you got to control what you can control. For me personally, that's what I just kind of try to preach to our guys as a leader. There's a lot of outside factors, new coaches, new plays, a lot of new stuff going on. Just focus on what you can do, attitude, effort-wise, control that.
Do you feel like you've always been a vocal guy, outspoken guy, but do you feel like you're in a different role with the number of seniors that have left on your side of the ball?
Yeah, last year there was a ton, like you said, a ton of seniors. I try to help where I could and whatever they told me to do. This year with, a limited amount of seniors, I step into that role as a leadership guy on defense and as a team and try to do the best I can.
Notice your voice is missing a little bit there. Did you give a passionate welcome to spring football?
Yeah, during mat drills, I lost it yelling at dudes, getting excited. Like you said, try to be vocal. So kind of embracing that fully right now.
What are those like? It looks like some version of fun, being out there early in the morning and doing a tug of war or pulling out a fire or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, with everything going on in the world, especially in the past with the team and just Nebraska football, the eternal optimist in me always comes out. You got to be out there. It's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be having fun with your boys playing football. That's what it's all about. That's why we started as little kids. So, doing your job, doing it the best of your ability, giving 100% effort and loving what you're doing with the people you're with is, the biggest thing that I try to say as a leader and guys on defense. You love what you're doing with the people you love. Things get pretty easy, and trying to be that guy to start that wave is something I've been trying to get done.
Garrett, from your point of view, what does the defense need to accomplish in spring football to be a winning team?
Obviously, like you said, those seniors left, and having some young guys step up into those shoes, get that chemistry back all together. Bulk of our experiences with our linebackers, those interior D lineman guys need to step up. Get a leader or two in that spot, and then DBs have that back end figure yourself out. Once you figure that out, get that chemistry back and play to our standard that we've set.
Is there a difference between day one this year and day one last year? The feel of new coaches, obviously, on the offensive side.
To be honest with you, I don't really remember much. I hit a lot of dudes, kind of forget some things, but overall, like you said, with those new coaches, kind of that mentality that we have is it's just kind of that new feeling, you know what I'm saying? But try not to focus on that, trying to focus on what we can do as a defense with the guys we're with, trying to figure everything out depth-wise, who's going where and how they play and what's going on. I guess that's a new feeling.
I'm guessing there's always urgency, but is there more urgency this time around? Where you're at in your career, where the team's at?
Yeah, for me, defensively wise, that black shirt standard, we always have that sense of urgency of getting better and, getting to where we're going. There's really, me personally as a player that I need to spread to the rest of the guys on the team. Then there's been tons of dudes that help me. It's just that overall sense of urgency of getting better and trying to perform to your best every play and every rep. And I guess that new feeling of that overwhelming wave that we're bringing in, both sides of the ball is something new, which is nice.
Is there much difference for you, meeting room-wise, with it seems like Mike Dawson's responsibilities have shifted a little bit. Like, are you all meeting as one group now, defensive linemen, you guys?
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a defensive lineman, or?
You can call me whatever. It's having the same voice for that front four, getting the same vocabulary, getting the same plan of what we want to do. Having that vocabulary just kind of be consistent through the whole group instead of having two voices is really nice with the flow of everything. When it comes to game time into the fall with plans we want to do, how we want to attack things, I think that's going to help a ton, just having one voice. Dawson, with the shifting responsibilities, I don't think he can handle. He'll be fine. I mean, he's been doing this longer than I've been alive, so I'm not worried about it.
We got a peek at Blaze at the end of last year, and Damari's a guy who came up a little bit in conversations. What do you feel about those guys and pushing depth and where you are as far as kind of building a full room there? type spot.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're blessed as a position group to have that depth. Blaze and Jamar, me and Caleb. Those guys have done a phenomenal job, from that young guy transition to getting reps in games and looking really good right now. Springtime is huge for them to improve their play, get a ton of reps. I would put them on the field right now. They have full confidence in them. They're great guys and great players, and they hold themselves to a huge standard like we try to do as a defense.
What's next for you personally? You've kind of talked about the general defense and stuff. What do you want to do individually where you can take your game up a notch, you think?
Just being more consistent on that pass rush side. Being in that elite edge defender in the Big Ten. Not even in the run game, but just pass game as well. Keeping that part of the game with the run defense that I had last year. But personally, as a player, just with that pass rush and getting consistent and being in the backfield and being that presence.
Garrett, in practice, you've chased the same quarterback here for the last 3 years. You got a couple new ones out there today. What did those guys bring, just from your perspective?
They're still fast, so maybe I'm just slow. I don't know, but they do. The first day they did a really good job. Logan and Casey stepping up, and obviously Heinrich and Chuba and all those dudes. I don't know the rotation or what they have, but definitely different feels. Logan likes to run. Casey might stay in there. Heinrich can sling it around. So just kind of knowing who you're going against, who you're rushing against every series is huge. Each of those guys have different strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, everybody does. But it's definitely a different vibe when somebody's back there different now.
Obviously, you're a pretty intense guy. How do you balance that with knowing that more guys are leading up to you or looking up to you now? Do you have to dial that back at all, you think?
Just being a smart leader. Obviously I can't be yelling all the time. But, part of being a leader is teaching, young guys, hey, be confident in yourself, trust yourself when you make these calls, break on the ball and know that you're, getting to the ball, run all the time. Just, really simple standard things that, make a great defense, make great players is just, because I remember being young for me, being out there having no idea what's going on, and you're expected to make these huge plays. Just helping guys that transition and getting that out of that mental space is being confident in yourself. Just play, be free, go have fun. And obviously with that standard that we have. So.
How do you instill confidence in those guys?
Just reinforce it. I mean, obviously, when you're out there and you're hearing it from, leader or different guys, like, hey, man, you got it. Don't worry about it. They're not going to be questioning themselves when they make a call or a break or something like that.
You didn't get a lot of additions at your particular position, but how does this sort of portal era where, especially in the secondary, for example, a lot of new guys popped in and there's new faces on your defense. Does that add a little boost, going into the winter conditioning with new faces, or what's that like for all these new guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out as a player. It's a little different. It's kind of like pro now. You might bring in, free agent guys or whatever. But, bringing in some more bodies, guys leaving, coming, going. I'm, like I said, still navigating as a player. I'm guessing there's probably going to be some new faces, by fall. So.
Anything else from Garrett?
What have you seen from Bill Tanner?
From obviously you saw what he could do last year, and he's improved on that. Getting more weight on him and being more consistent. He's done a great job turning a leaf in the sense of doing everything right every play. The coachability he has, everything he's improved and done as a player, as a person.